everybody, good morning, and thanks for tuning back into the channel. I get a lot of questions about the QOMOTOP mattresses, so while I'm sitting around the fire here enjoying my sister's brewing company coffee, just thought I'd take a moment, answer some common questions I get, and tell you about what my thoughts are and whether I would buy it again. So originally I bought the QOMOTOP mattresses because I was looking for something more comfortable than the stock iKamper mattresses. Additionally, I wanted the benefit of having self-inflating mattresses so that I could shrink them down. I wanted to close the tent and leave all my bedding up in the tent. After spending about $4 grand on the tent, you know, spending 600 bucks-ish on the XBed mattresses was kind of a tough pill to swallow. So I thought for half the price, it was definitely worth giving it a shot. So first, I thought I would answer some common questions that I get. First question, are they comfortable? Yes, absolutely. Being 4 inches thick, I haven't had a single uncomfortable night sleeping on them. Second question, do the mattresses stay inflated? Yes, the mattresses stay inflated. However, one thing I have noted is that I generally have to add some air using the bag that I showed you in the first video if I want them to their maximum firmness. They do self-inflate to probably about 3 inches, but if you want the full inflation, you will have to add some air yourself. Third question, how do they actually fit in the iKamper? The mattresses fit in the iKamper relatively well. You will notice that they pretty much, when fully inflated, extend to all corners of the tent, which isn't the worst thing in the world. It is a tight fit. Obviously, these are not custom built for the iKamper, but I would say that they fit perfectly fine within the dimensions of at least the Skycamp 2.0 4X that I have. Fourth question, how much time does it add to the takedown or teardown of the tent? Realistically, probably 3 to 4 minutes. I would say this one's probably personal as to whether that's a big deal for you or not. I think everyone buys a rooftop tent for having the expeditious setup available to them when they get to camp, especially late at night. But for me, again, 3 to 4 minutes is probably about the amount of time it would take me to take all the bedding out and put it in the Jeep. And additionally, I lose that space in the Jeep. And for something like this that's that small with a family of 4, I really need every inch I can get. So for me, it's been a non-issue, and I would gladly spend that extra couple of minutes and set up and take down in order to have the space savings and the additional comfort. So the only couple things to note, and I really wouldn't necessarily call them negatives. I think it's pretty standard for self-inflating mattresses, but they don't inflate to 100% on their own. You're going to have to put in a little bit of air. The bag that they include, which I covered in the previous video, really helps with that, and I can keep that bag just to top them off in the tent at all times. The other thing that I've noticed, and again, not really a negative, is that sometimes at some point with the tent closed, they inflate a little bit and take on a little bit of air. I don't know if that's just the valve is leaky or whatever, but it doesn't really matter because they don't deflate. It's just that they inflate on their own, so there are worse problems to have, but it's just something to note. Again, not really a negative, but worth mentioning. So the question of the hour, would I buy them again? Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, of all the Amazon purchases that I've made for my Jeep or for overlanding, this ranks probably in the top 2 or 3 of best value that I've gotten out of any product so far. At less than half the price of the XBed Mega Mats, I honestly just think it's a no-brainer, at least for a setup like the iKamper. I can't speak to how it fits in every other rooftop tent, but the construction quality, the self-inflating capability, it takes, you know, maybe 5-10 minutes for that things to inflate, and the comfort, I just think that there's no reason to spend more money if you don't have to. I totally get there's not a lot of information out there about them. I am by no means sponsored by QOMOTOP. They didn't provide me the mattresses. I paid for it like everybody else. I just wanted to at least get the name out there and try to help build the reputation for what I consider a really good quality product. If you haven't seen my previous video as far as how you actually inflate them or how they deflate, highly recommend you click the link here above, and that will take you to the actual kind of unboxing video or my initial impressions for this. And I absolutely would buy this again. I highly recommend it for, at least specifically for the iKamper Skycamp series of tents. They fit very well, they're very comfortable, and it really only adds a couple minutes to my setup time. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. Please leave any comments or questions you have in the comment section below, and we'll see you on the next one.